Hello everyone. First of all, I would like to wish happy Diwali to all of the students. On this illuminating festival of lights, may the glory of joy, prosperity and happiness light up your days in the year ahead. Now, you have already got your Diwali gift in the form of the number of vacancy released by the IBPS. There is a huge vacancy in the IBPS AFO examinations, means you have a golden opportunity for your selections. Okay, and we know that those students who are very curious regarding their career have already started their preparation for the coming examinations IBPS AFO. Okay, there is nothing special in these examinations. You know, you have seen the papers of the previous years, how they are asking, which type of questions they are asking. Almost they have covered the every type of questions. Just you have to also focus that either it is the paper of 2018-19 or 17-18 or even 13-14 or about 2021 or 19-20. You have to follow the each and every pattern. You have to not to be restricted to any one type of pattern. Just you have seen, you'll see that no, they are asking from just only the basic agricultures, as if they have been asking from the last 2 years. Okay, and you have seen the Bank of Maharashtra questions. They have asked the good questions in which there were many questions in which there were confusion in the options. The questions were not tough, but they have created the confusions. Why? Because due to the you are studying due to the not with the fully concentrations. If you read the questions nicely, you were easily able to answer the questions that was asked in the Bank of Maharashtra AFO examinations. Okay, guys. So in this lecture also, we are going to present you. There are many students have asked the questions regarding this. Sir, either either the answer is contract farming or the answer is zero budget natural farming. Such one questions was asked in the Bank of Maharashtra AFO examinations, and I have already told you that we'll discuss these things in the last when I was doing the analysis of Bank of Maharashtra video AFO video. There I have told you the answer will be zero budget natural farming. And also I told there that I'll give you authentic source regarding this, that what question was asked in the examinations and what will be the correct answer of that questions. Because many students they are confused that that answer can be contract farming also. But today it will be clear to you that in no cases the answers will be contract farming. The right answer to that question is zero budget natural farming. We'll see in detail regarding the zero budget natural farming as well as the contract farming, and as well as I'll show you the source from where that question was taken and given in the examinations of Bank of Maharashtra. मैं आपको वो सब चीज दिखाऊंगा जहां से वो क्वेश्चन लिया गया था और बैंक ऑफ महाराष्ट्र AFO एग्जामिनेशंस में उसको एज इट इज उस क्वेश्चन को वहां पर रख दिया गया था. आपको अच्छे से क्लियर हो जाएगा कि उसका आंसर जीरो बजट नेचुरल फार्मिंग होगा या कॉन्ट्रैक्ट फार्मिंग होगा. ठीक है, मैं आपको लास्ट जब मैं वीडियो बैंक ऑफ महाराष्ट्र AFO का एनालिसिस कर रहा था वहां पर मैंने आपको बताया भी था कि इसका आंसर जीरो बजट नेचुरल फार्मिंग होगा. बट कुछ बच्चे इस कंफ्यूजन में है कि उसका आंसर कॉन्ट्रैक्ट फार्मिंग भी हो सकता है, तो वो कंफ्यूजन भी आज दूर हो जाएगा. ओके, see, if you have attended the examinations, we have got this review from the many students, means more than 500 to 600 students. We have got review regarding these questions, and they have confirmed that this was the exact line that was asked in the examination hall. अब ये चीज जो क्वेश्चन आपके स्क्रीन पर शो हो रहा है, ये कम से कम 500 से 600 बच्चे से पूछने के बाद कंफर्म होने के बाद ये यहाँ पर आपको प्रेजेंट किया जा रहा है कि ये सेम लैंग्वेज था जो एग्जाम हॉल में यूज हुआ था इस क्वेश्चन के लिए. ठीक है, देन क्या क्वेश्चन था पढ़ते हैं. व्हाट वाज द क्वेश्चन? लेट्स स्टडी रीड वंस. इंडियन फार्मर्स increasingly find themselves in a viscous cycle of debt because of the high production cost, high interest rates for credit, the volatile market price of crops, the rising cost of fossil fuels based inputs, and the private seeds. Debt is a problem for farmers of all sizes in India. Under such condition, which among the following promises to end a reliance on the loans and drastically cut production cost, ending the debt cycle of desperate farmers? ठीक है, ये क्वेश्चन पूछा गया था. Now you know the Hindi meaning of the debt, it's कर्ज. Okay, Now, so in English you have understood the questions. Now in Hindi that कि कर्ज से बचने के लिए, मतलब इस उन्होंने एक उपाय पूछा है कि कर्ज से बचने के लिए कि कौन से इसमें से जो 5 ऑप्शंस दिए हुए इसमें से सबसे अच्छा मेथड हो सकता है. Why farmers are in debt? Because of the high production cost, high interest rate of the credit. क्यों किसान कर्ज में है? क्योंकि जब प्रोडक्शन कॉस्ट ज्यादा है, जो वो क्रेडिट बैंक से लेते हैं उसका इंटरेस्ट रेट ज्यादा है. ठीक है, जो मार्केट का प्राइस है वो फिक्स नहीं है, वोलेटाइल प्राइस है. एंड और उसके बाद उसको जो प्राइवेट सीड्स खरीदने पड़ते हैं उसके लिए उसको हायर अमाउंट पे करना पड़ता है. Okay, means due to the high interest rates, high production cost, high volatile market prices, this cost of the private seeds, then all these farmers are having the problem of debt. Okay, then under such, and this because this is the mainly for the small and marginal farmers, because you know in India maximum there are small and marginal farmers, peasant farmers. Okay, then under the question is, under such condition, which of the following farmers to end a reliance on loans and drastically cut production cost, ending the debt cycle of for disparate cycle. तो ऐसा कौन सा फार्मिंग सिस्टम या क्या फार्मिंग हम अडॉप्ट करें जिसके थ्रू हम इस चीज से बचे जा सकते हैं. फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन वाज कॉन्ट्रैक्ट फार्मिंग, इंटेंसिव फार्मिंग, commercial farming, zero budget natural farming, and subsistence farming. Then students have no confusion in the intensive farming, they have no confusion in commercial farming, they have no confusion in subsistence farming. ये तीन ऑप्शंस में स्टूडेंट को तो कोई कंफ्यूजन था ही नहीं. The confusion was between contract farming and zero budget natural farming. Now if you see the questions, see clearly, you can see the questions. You have to focus on these few words like divert. They have repeatedly used this word in the questions. इस वर्ड का बार बार प्रयोग किया गया है क्वेश्चंस में. Okay, again, now see, I'll first let me show you the source from where this question was taken. I've told you the right answer to this question is zero budget natural farming. Contract farming cannot be the answer of this these questions. Now you can see, now this is the data from the Food and Agriculture Organization of United Nations. Okay, now see, you know, zero budget natural farming was started in where? In our country, where it was started in Karnataka, was the first state to start zero budget natural farming. Now, see, you know the problems of the Indian farmings, that privatized seeds are used, inputs and markets are inaccessible and even expensive for the peasants. Now, leave this point. Now, come start from here. Indian farmers increasingly find themselves in a viscous cycle of debt because of the high production cost, high interest rates for the credit, the volatile market prices of crops, the rising cost of the fossil fuels based inputs, and private seeds. Debt is a problem for farmers of all sizes in India. Under such condition, zero budget farming promises to end a reliance on loans and drastically cut production cost, ending the debt cycle of disparate farmers. Now, if you have attended the exam, you can see these 5 lines from where this line was taken in the examination one, and in the same questions they have given the solution also, that zero budget farming means zero budget natural farming. I have given you the source, I have given you the authentic source. This is the website of Food and Agriculture Organization of United Nations. From there this question was taken, and now I think this was just, I have told you the source and the right answers. I'll give regarding explanation also regarding these questions, but for right now, this you have understood that this is the right answer to the question, that is zero budget natural farming. Okay, you know what is zero budget natural farming? It is the method of chemical free agriculture drawing from the traditional Indian practices. Okay, means you have to, this farming system do not use the neglects the use of chemical fertilizers, as well as they emphasizes more on the use of the local seeds rather than the private seeds. Okay, where they require a large amount of credit for which they have to take loan from the banks, and this becomes burden for the farmers. Okay, now let's talk about this, why this why there is a need of this natural budget, this zero budget natural farming. Then see, when you talk about the green revolution and that started to ruin the life of the lands, few farmers then started their research to return the alternative systems. Okay, and one of them was Maharashtrian agriculturist, and as well as this Maharashtrian, there's Subhas Palekar. In the mid 90s, and they have developed alternatives of the green revolutions methods. As in the green revolution, there was used the chemical fertilizers. Okay, then they have used Subhas Palekar that argued that the rising cost of external inputs in the main cause of the suicide and the indebtedness among the farmers. You must have heard regarding the suicide case of the farmers in the Maharashtra, and that was what was the main cause? According to the Subhas Palekar, he said that the rising cost of the external inputs is the main cause of suicide and indebtedness among the farmers. The impact of chemical on long-term fertility and the environment is devastating. Okay, then he has introduced regarding this the concept regarding the zero budget natural farming. As if you see the data of the National Sample Survey Office data, then 70% plus farmers spend more than they earn, and the most farmers have debt. ओके, आप अगर आप देखो तो 70% से ज्यादा किसान का ज्यादा खर्चा होता है जितना वो कमाता नहीं है, एंड उनके इतना कर्जा हो गया है कि लगभग 90% जो ऐसे स्टेट्स हैं जहां पर उनके ऊपर जो एवरेज डिबेट है मतलब कर्ज है वो 1 लाख के आसपास है. ठीक है, तो टू गेट रीड ऑफ ऑल दीज थिंग्स, देयर आर फ्यू स्टेट्स where 90% of the farmers are under debate and the average debate amount is Rs 1 lakh rupees. Okay, you know this again under this zero budget natural farming there is a use of the natural fertilizers, there is the use of the traditional Indian practices, means there will be no more use of the much use of the implements and other. You can say that there is use of local seeds, means the cost of production is reduced, and if the cost of production is reduced, then the farmers have not to take their loan or debit from the banks, and if they are not taking the loans, then they will have no that much burden on their head. Okay, now after that there are 4 pillars of the zero budget natural farming. One is Bija Mitra, another is Achadhana, again is this Jivamrudha, and the last one is Wapasa. Okay, again when you talk about the Jivamrudha, then it is a mixture of fresh cow dung and aged cow urine, both from the Indian indigenous cow breed, jaggery, pulse, flour, water, soil, and to apply to the farmland. Again is Bijam Rita. Then it is a consolation of the neem leaves and pulp, tobacco, and green chilies prepared for the insect and pest management. See how they are managing the field. Okay, again is Achadhana, that is mulching. It protects the topsoil during the cultivation and does not destroy it by tilling. And then last one is Wapasa. This is the condition where water molecules and air molecules are present in the soil, and it helps to reduce the extra irrigation requirement. Now you can see here irrigation requirement is reduced, here soil is protected against erosion, here these seeds are treated in a natural way, and here you can see the nutrient is provided to the soil in first cases. Okay, now if the farmers are adopting all these things, then will they have to take debit from the banks? Means this will, of course, it will help them to reduce their dependency on the banks, because if the farmers have debit or agar farmer ke dimag mathe par कर्ज है, of course to reduce this burden, the best method means out of that 5 options is zero budget natural farming. Okay. Now, apart from that, next is contract farming. You know what do you mean by contract farming? This is, see, you see the definition. Contract farming, this is the agriculture production carried out according to the agreement between a buyer and farmers, which establishes condition for the production and marketing of a farm product or the products. Okay, means this under this farming there is a contract between the buyers and the sellers. Okay, and in these conditions the farmers agrees to provide agreed quantities of a specific agriculture products. In the agreement paper everything is written, that how much products they have to give to the buyers, at what time they have to give. Everything is pre-decided. Okay, there are some basis of this, but this is pre-decided. They should meet the quality. This should meet the quality standard of the purchaser and to be supplied at the time determined by the purchasers. Before only time is determined when the purchaser wants the products. In turn, the buyers commits to purchase the product, and in some cases to support production. In some cases. In some cases, to support production through, for example, the supply of farm inputs, land preparation, and the provision of technical advice is given by the buyers. Okay. Now, see, in no cases there is a misdiscussions regarding divert systems. Okay. Now, because in most of the contract farming systems, and this the everything the overhead or production has to be done by the farmers only. If the farmers has to be, because they have to provide the decided amount at the decided time to the buyers the things, then for this the farmers has to be dependent on the bank for the, because they have to take debit from the loan, the debit from the bank or the loan from the bank to get their inputs so that they can fulfill the demands or whatever the agreement was made between the buyers and the sellers or sellers and the buyers. Okay. Now, what are the advantages? The advantage of contract farming is looking towards the benefit of both farm producers as well as the agro processing firms, and makes a small scale farming competitive, assured market for their produce at their doorsteps. It reduces the risk of productions. Contract farming can open up new market which would otherwise be available to small farmers, and it also ensures higher productions of better quality. And in case of agri processing level, it ensures consistent supply of agriculture produce with quality at right time and lesser cost. Okay, these are the advantage of the contract farming. Means you can, I told you contract farming का क्या फायदा है, and just you see the benefits of contract farming, that it is beneficial for not only for the farmers as well as the agro processing firms also. And this makes a small scale farming more competitive. Okay, more access to the technology. See here also you can see there is credit term is used, means they are here also farmers are dependent on the credit. Yeah, if indirect this, if this agro processing firms, they may advise the farmers that you can take the credit from here, in this way you can take the credits. Okay, but indirectly farmers are depending on the banks, they are having debate on their head. Okay, that this were the advantage of the contract farming, and there are disadvantages also. This contract farming agreement are often criticized for being biased in the favor of firms. Means this is generally criticized. Why? That this farming is mainly for the more benefit. It gives more benefit to the large in the favor of firms or the large farmers, while the poor bargaining power. See, if they are large farmers, they are rich farmers. They are rich farmers. Then what about the poor farmers? Because they are being exploited because due to their poor bargaining power of small farmers. Okay, there are many problems which are faced by the growers, like under quality cut on produce by farms, delayed delivery at the factory, delayed payment, low price, and pest attack on the crops, which raised the cost of productions. See, these are the also problems. Contracting agreements are often verbal or informal in nature, and even written contracts often do not provide the legal protection in India, and that we observed in other countries. A single buyer and multiple sellers are monopoly there. Okay, average gender effects, women have less access to the contract farming than men. Okay, then means if you see overall things, then you will find that in case of contract farming, the farmers has to be dependent on the banks, or means they have to be take credit from the banks. Means this is not going to decrease their debtness, or you can see the question was which among the following promises to in the reliance on loans and drastically cut production costs, ending the debit cycle of desperate farmers. Then under such conditions, our right answer will be zero budget natural farming. I hope you all have understood the differences and you know what is the right answer to this. Okay, then this was because I told you that as soon I get the correct these questions, I'll inform you by making a video, and just we have done that. Okay, now I have to, in the last video also have told you that although this batch was started from the 2nd November only, but due to the Diwali, we have going to start this batch from the 6th November. For the IBPS AFO, here we are going to cover the entire things, entire patterns, from basic to the higher levels, following the pattern of whatever things have been asked in the last 10 years, everything, and what can be asked by assuming or predicting, everything will cover in the live IBPS AFO live classes, which is going to be started from the 6th of the November. Okay, now this if you are taking the full package, the live classes, pre-recorded classes, test series, notes, then this is available at 3,500. And if you are taking only the live classes and pre-recorded classes, then this is of 2,500. And you can simply use to get the 15% discount, you can use the coupon live 15s. Okay, or if you have any doubt regarding the courses, you can contact on this number. Okay, then if you have any more doubt, you can comment in the comment sections. If you have any more confusions in the questions of Bank of Maharashtra AFO examination, please do comment in the comment box. We will give you the accurate answer to that along with the authentic source. Okay, thank you.